And turning now to another troubled Democrat from Minnesota who just can't seem to keep herself out of the spotlight, especially when it comes to lingering questions regarding how she managed to sock away tens of millions of U.S. greenbacks on a meager lawmaker's salary. Yeah, tell us all about that. Try as she might to deflect attention away from her inexplicable wealth, the one and only U.S. Congresswoman from Somalia, Ilhan Omar, now coming under increased fire from a government watchdog group. They're desperately urging Congress to act against her before it's too late. Chop, chop. So, the group is a conservative nonprofit from Virginia called the National Legal and Policy Center, and they're now insisting that Omar be immediately investigated by the Office of Congressional Conduct for making a number of misleading statements regarding her husband's net worth. According to their complaint, the watchdog believes that the information contained in Omar's most recent financial disclosure forms, as well as her public comments about those finances, they're completely implausible. Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. And they're also calling for a thorough probe to begin immediately, if not sooner. As evidence, they point directly to the declared value of her husband, Tim Mynette's highly suspect business holdings, which, over the course of just 1 year, mysteriously rose from the ashes to having a net worth of, check this out, nearly $30 million without any legitimate source of income at all. How's that happen? Furthermore, the group also accuses Omar of directly violating her congressional code of conduct by intentionally encouraging her Somalia-born constituents to completely refuse to cooperate with both ICE agents and federal authorities who are simply trying to investigate Minnesota's staggering welfare fraud. Essentially, she's the troublemaker in charge. And that's why I always call her my little Miss Bucket of Sunshine. Gotta love her. In the meantime, the Watchdog Group's lawyer says that he's already officially filed their complaint with the Justice Department, and that if all goes according to plan, and why shouldn't it, Omar could eventually face criminal charges for her role in advising illegal immigrants to lie to federal law enforcement. Now, for her part, the Somalia-born lawmaker claims that the inflated numbers she listed on her recent congressional form simply reflect the total value of the businesses in which her husband is a partner. I don't get it either. And not his individual share of those companies at all. Sounds like a bit of a shell game. Final thought, and this is the News Roundup Lowdown, and this is getting on my very last nerve. Now, look, a college buddy of mine, a late-night assistant manager at a convenience store, and with overtime a couple of years ago, he made $51,000. He and I talked just last weekend. He now also has a net worth of $30 million. Yeah, kind of like Madam Omar. So you see, it kind of happens. My Uncle Bradley works at a tire store. As recently as last April, he had a net worth of $51,000 as well, and he is now also magically worth $30 million. I don't see anyone calling for my college buddy or my Uncle Brad to get investigated. On the other hand, they're not overpaid government employees, so I suppose this time around they sort of get a free pass. There's also this, from time to time, with the whole country breathing down the neck of Ilhan Omar and her newfound wealth, I feel compelled to kind of come to her defense. Maybe girlfriend got lucky at the blackjack table, hit a home run, pocketed all that dough, $30 million. Although if she tipped the dealer 10 clams, I guess that would theoretically drop her total earnings down just a drop. And what about this? There's also the potential for the I know nothing defense. Now, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he used that line regarding the billions in fraud being investigated in his state. And perhaps she could do the same thing. I know nothing about that $30 million in my bank and no idea how it got there. Last I checked, ignorance is a highly effective defense in any respectable investigation and or courtroom. So you go ahead with your goofy little investigations, and I can approximately 3% guarantee that there's absolutely nothing to see here. Hey, Bill Thomas here. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. And don't forget to check out our channel, News Roundup with Bill Thomas. And that's where you can catch our full program and more videos. And we'll see you right back here next time.